Hillbilly Nitro, your internet knife and gun guru. Here we are, guys, back with another episode. Yeah, guys, you've probably seen the title. We're gonna do a little finish work on this old Savage Arms model 87a. This is a very cool old rifle here, very old. I suspect it's in the late 40s. When I got this rifle back in, I think it was 2017, 2016. You guys probably seen that video, I'm not sure. But anyways, the stock was a little rough on it, so I sanded it down and put a little stain on it and put some boiled linseed oil, which I typically like that old finish and the feel of it. But I've heard a lot of good stuff about the Birchwood Casey Tru-oil. So we're gonna do some work on this stock and see what we can get her to look like. Just as another little example here, my Marlin 995 here, Marlin 995. This is a vintage one. This is a 1979, and this is one I refinished. Very, very cool old rifle here. I got some pictures of it that I may throw in here before I refinished it, and it was kind of rough and it was missing some parts, and I had to put a stock band on it there, or a barrel band, whatever you want to call it. I had to put a front sight on it, had to fit that front sight. It's got a hooded front sight, so that's with a brass bead, so that's really cool. Not what you typically see on your Marlin Model 60s and whatnot, but this is a little shorter. This is a short, basically a short magazine fed Model 60. Detachable magazine. I've actually got a 15 round mag for it too. This is like a little 9 or 10 rounder here, I think. No, 7 or 8, I think. 7 or 8 rounds. Very cool little rifle. Get the fold down buckhorn sights there. That's cool. That come on it. Just a beautiful little rifle. Got my SKS wing on there. This is kind of the finish I'm gonna go. I want a little bit of a gloss there, and supposedly you can just keep applying thin coats of this Tru-oil. You can use double-aught steel wool in between coats if you want. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, and we'll just have to see. I've never used this stuff. It's my first time using it. And we're just kind of trying to build up a nice glossy finish there, because it's, I don't know, I like the finish on it, but I want a little gloss to it like it originally was. So that's what we're gonna do in this video, and I'm gonna bring you guys along. This may take me a day or two to apply all these coats, but we'll see how it goes. We're just gonna keep them nice and thin. So we'll get this Marlin 995 out of the way. You don't see very many of these Marlin 995s. The newer ones, you can see the newer ones, but not the old ones. They're kind of hard to find. They're kind of little cherries. I was at Walmart today buying the Birchwood Casey and just happened to score some of this. I'm usually not a huge fan of buying stuff like this at Walmart, but you know, some CBs, shorts, and didn't have to pay shipping. Yeah, I jumped on that. $10.87 a box. But let's see what we can do with this old black tip here. Just a beautiful rifle. If you haven't seen the video of me on the range with it, you can go check that out. And we're gonna do another video with it. We're gonna get her in 4K this year, and we're gonna give her the rundown. There we go. Go ahead and pull this out. It's an aluminum trigger housing there, or alloy trigger housing. Paint does not like to stick to it either. No serial numbers on this one. Like pre-1968, most 22 rifles did not have serial numbers on them. It's got some patent numbers there. We'll turn it around here so you can read it. There's your patent numbers. You got a 12 stamped right there on the barrel. You got an 8 right there. This is a very, very cool rifle. If you don't know anything, if you're just new and popping in on here, this is actually a semi-auto and a bolt action all in one. And it will fire longs, long rifle, and short cartridges. So very, very versatile little piece of kit right here that's got a lot of options with it. Very cool action on there too. Yeah, we want to keep this super thin. I don't know how that's going to do over top of that enamel paint there, but we're just going to put it on there and see what happens. Worst case scenario, we got to wipe it off. It's looking nice right there. I'm sure that may soak in there a little bit. Now I did wipe the stock down with a little bit of alcohol before I just started this. It's been sanded pretty good when I refinished, when I done the sanding on it the first time, but I didn't see the need in doing any sanding. You can feel it's getting a little tacky. Nice and thin as possible. It doesn't bother me if I got to put 10 coats on it. It's just, we're going to take it nice and slow. Now I'm taking the dry end of the paper towel and taking that off. Okay guys, we're going to let that sit. Okay, now we've got 3 coats on here, guys, and I believe that's going to wrap it up. It's about 3 hours later, and it's still a little soft, I believe, but good enough to handle. Not super glossy, just a little bit of a sheen on there. Let me know what you guys think about that. Did we do a good job there compared to what it was? I think it turned out great. We're gonna put the hardware on here now. I'll finish up putting the hardware on, and we're gonna put it together and let you guys check it out. Old oldie rag here, and we'll wipe the barrel and magazine tube down. I didn't want this thing to look all shiny and brand new, which it kind of does, but it'll break in a little bit. It still has some marks in it from when I got it. And it's kind of rough, and this bluing here. It's got, you can tell it's got some age on it, so I didn't want it perfect. I just wanted to protect that wood, and the finish it had on it, it would easily stain if it got something on it, and now it's all nice and sealed up. That action though, that's a cool action right there. They don't make them like this anymore. I noticed my 2 screws there were loose. I probably need to put some blue Loctite on them, but I'm not gonna mess with it right now. They can't go anywhere if they do get all loose. So we'll drop her down in. That looks nice. Look at that, guys. I just made that wood grain pop really nice right there, and it's got a nice, just a little sheen to it. You can see the sheen there. And it turned out great. Let's compare it to the Marlin 995. There we go. And this has a clear coat on it. You can see there, it's a clear coat finish. So it's a pretty nice little comparison there. And this Marlin 995 has an 18-inch barrel on it. Very nice, very nice. Let's turn it over here. Let me know what you guys think about this little project here. Now I do have 2 other rifles. I've got like 10 22 rifles going on, so I got a little collection. I got 2 other rifles that need a good refinish job on them. One of them's a really bad shape Marlin Model 60 that we're gonna do as a whole stock replacement and everything. That's gonna be coming up. I've had it for about 2 years and just have never gotten around to doing it. We're gonna do that pretty soon here. So I thank you guys for stopping by, hanging out with me, and checking out this project with me. So if you're not subbed up to the channel, sub up. You can't see all these awesome videos. Range videos coming soon. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Hillbilly, over and out of here, guys. Peace. Oh yeah.